Nigel Owens is regarded as the #1 rugby union referee in the world. He's officiated at more rugby internationals than any other referee, including a World Cup final. When he blows the whistle on his career, Nigel intends to go back to his farming roots. As I've recently started farming myself, and as an avid rugby fan, I can't wait to meet him. Hello, Nigel.
Jibby, how are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm well, thanks. You too.
You good? Take our names?
Yeah, so this is Ginger, Bruiser,
All right.
and that is your welcome to the farm.
Oh, yeah. Lovely day for that.
Beautiful day. Nigel, you grew up in a farming community. How big a part did that play in your upbringing?
Quite a big part, really. Me and my mum and dad lived with my grandparents on a small farm, only about 9 acres, really, a couple of horses at that time. And then I was a farm behind the house where I was brought up, where I used to go and help on the weekends when I was 9, 10 years old. Then I worked in a farm then for about a year and a half after leaving school, until sort of refereeing became really busy and took over everything.
And so then how did rugby come about?
Well, when you're born in Wales, just rugby's there. But
Yeah.
I didn't actually start playing rugby in a team till I was about 11 years of age in the primary school, and then started refereeing in secondary school. Then when I missed a conversion in front of the post, and the sports teacher said to me, Nigel, he said, will you go and referee or something? And I said, well, right, okay.
Down.
Yeah, and I've never lived it down. So the interest has always been there in farming and in rugby.
We also got church in common, haven't we?
There we have, yeah.
Is it still important to you, your Christian faith?
It is. I still believe in God. I still believe in Jesus Christ. I still pray today, and when you get those days when you're feeling down, you pray and you turn to God.
Nigel's had more than his fair share of days of feeling down. A battle with his homosexuality over 20 years ago led to bulimia and attempted suicide before he was able to accept who he was. However, his struggle with bulimia hasn't gone away. Is that something that you've turned to God to help you through?
I think in that dark time, when you seem to have nobody around you, although your friends are there, they're not there. You don't seem to have somebody around that you can turn to. The reason that people go through those issues is because they're afraid to open up and speak about them, because it feels like a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't turn to the people that you should be turning to. But you always turn to God. And during those dark times, it was that kept me going. When I was dealing with my sexuality early on, even if nobody else is going to accept me for who I am, then I'm sure God will accept me for who I am.
Absolutely.
And that was huge. I turned to two things in those really dark times. Was you turn to God in those moments of desperation sometimes,
Yeah.
And also you turn to music as well, and the words of music, the words of Welsh hymns sometimes.
Very healing, isn't it?
They're really healing. They support you and get you through it.
And funnily enough, hymns play a huge part in your pre-match ritual, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I got a playlist which I will play on the docking station in the change room before the game, and there's all various types of songs on them. I'm not quite sure if I've got a GLS song, man. I'm going to have to add one now.
Exactly.
But the last song I will listen to before I go out on the pitch will be a hymn, and that is the Welsh version of How Great Thou Art. It's such a powerful hymn. I've been listening to that pretty much for the last 8 years. Every single game I've refereed, and still it makes the hair stand up on the back of my head till this day.
And that's a secret to your success?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but I'm sure it helps a little bit.
Not only is How Great Thou Art Nigel's favourite, it's the nation's favourite as well. In Pershore, Catherine Jenkins leads the congregation in the singing of this rousing hymn.
Thunder, thy path throughout the hope you've enjoyed celebrating harvest with us here at the Royal Welsh Show. Next week, Sean Fletcher is at the National Space Centre in Leicester, and he meets renowned composer Eric Whittaker, who's taken inspiration from the heavens for his latest project. We're going to leave you with Wales's unofficial rugby hymn. From all of us here, bye-bye! Bye.
Are you feeling emotionally distressed and would like details of organisations which offer advice and support? Go online to the BBC Action Line, or you can call for free at any time to hear recorded information on 0800 066 066.